power goes out, at first nothing feels serious. Lights turn off, screens go dark, everything pauses, but then systems begin to fail. Water pressure drops, traffic lights stop working, emergency services slow down, and within minutes, the city starts to lose control. Because cities don't fail all at once. They fail in layers. Everything begins with power. Electricity is not just a utility. It's the foundation of every system. When the grid fails, nothing else can operate normally. Buildings lose lighting. Elevators stop between floors. Cooling systems shut down. Even systems that don't seem connected to electricity depend on it indirectly, because power is not just energy, it's coordination. And without it, systems lose synchronization. Water systems depend on pressure, and pressure depends on electricity. Pumps stop working, reservoirs stop refilling, distribution slows down. At first, you still have water, but that's only because the system hasn't fully drained yet. Within hours, pressure drops. And without pressure, water doesn't reach where it needs to go. What looked like a stable system was actually constantly supported. Traffic systems rely on control, signals, timing, coordination. When traffic lights go offline, flow breaks down, intersections become unpredictable, drivers hesitate, then overreact. Congestion builds rapidly. What was a controlled system becomes a self-regulated one, and self-regulated systems are slower, less efficient, and less safe. This is where things escalate. Systems don't fail independently, they fail together. Power affects water, water affects sanitation, transportation affects emergency response. Each failure increases pressure on the next system, and that pressure spreads. This is called a cascading failure. One disruption triggers another and another until the system as a whole can no longer stabilize itself. This isn't theoretical. In large blackouts, entire cities have experienced this pattern. First, power is lost. Then communication slows down. Traffic becomes unmanageable. Water systems begin to weaken. And emergency services become overloaded. Not because one system failed, but because all of them depend on each other. The failure spreads faster than any single system can respond. Cities are designed to recover. Backup generators activate. Critical infrastructure receives priority. Control centers begin restoring balance. But recovery takes time because systems have to restart in sequence. You can't restore everything at once. Power must stabilize before water can normalize. Transportation must regain control before flow returns. Recovery is not instant, it's staged. And even after systems restart, stability takes time to rebuild. Cities feel stable, but that stability depends on constant balance. When systems fail, they don't collapse slowly, they lose control quickly. And what looks like a solid structure is actually a network of dependencies. The moment those dependencies break, the system begins to unravel because cities don't just function, they hold together.